Sim Update 1 pre-release is in the midst of a testing. We have some detail about the next build as well as Sim Update 2, which is taking shape already. We've got all the highlights on what will be included with the next update for the sim in 2025, as well as all of this week's product announcements and release news. Time to get you updated on what's been happening with the world of Flight Sim this week. Let's jump straight into the video. A quick disclaimer, if you're just here for the sim update news, jump to the last third of the video as we got all the details about the updates for the sim towards the end of the video. For everyone else, we will start off with this week's product announcements, but first, time to pay the bills with this week's sponsor. SoFly offer a number of products for Microsoft Flight Simulator, catering to new pilots for the sim and all the way to very experienced pilots. As a flight sim content creator, my favorite SoFly product is Weather Presets Pro, which comes in really handy when the weather is not behaving itself and you can change the weather to be more dramatic or even to a perfect day. Other products I like to use is Landing Challenge Pro, Flight Simulator Guide, which is the manual to Microsoft Flight Simulator, the one that should have been, Storms for pilots who want to chase some of the biggest storms in the world's history, and a couple of their recent products, which is Aircraft Checklist and their new animal release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which puts over 5,000 animals into the sim. I will leave a link in the description below where you can go and check out SoFly products, and I would like to thank SoFly for sponsoring this video. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, Parallel 42, after many years, look to bring their hugely popular camera tool to Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is Chase Plane. This week, the team teased the community with a 1-minute short video. From what we can see, the new camera system regarding Chase Plane will come with a real physics system, which will make you feel more immersed than ever before. Complete control over the sim's camera, including access and zoom, and even the ability to be able to create a flyby and cinematic modes. Parallel 42 mentioned expect to have the ability to have mounted chase cameras plus a lot more, which hasn't been yet revealed. Parallel 42 Chase Plane is slated to be coming soon, but there's no confirmed release date. However, many simmers from the prepared 3 days will be eagerly awaiting for the release of this one. NVIDIA releases their latest game-ready drivers, 572.16. This driver version brings some serious upgrades, including support to the newly launched RTX 50 series of cards and the debut of the DLSS 4. DLSS 4 introduces the advanced feature called multi-frame generation, which leverages off AI to generate additional frames, promising a frame rate boost up to 8 times compared to traditional rendering. If you're running a RTX 40 series card or even an RTX 30 series card, you'll still be able to benefit from some of the tech of DLSS 4. Key improvements with the 40 and 30 series of cards will see improvements in the enhanced super resolution and better ray tracing reconstruction. Unfortunately, when it comes to the DLSS 4 promising improvements for simmers, the 2020 upgrade seems to be relatively smooth, but early reports that the 2024 simmers are seeing the option either grayed out or unavailable, meaning many simmers are sneaking around and manually doing updates, which there is plenty of videos out of how to do this. Hopefully, we will see some bug fixes with the patch and updates from either the 2024 end or the NVIDIA app end, so we can get DLSS 4 native with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. FlightFX P180 is due to release next week. FlightFX mentions that the P180 will be available through the in-sim marketplace for both 2020 and 2024 exclusive. Due to the marketplace being currently closed, it may only be a launch at first for the 2020 version, unless FlightFX knows something that we don't know. The P180 first flew in 1986 and was manufactured by Piaggio Aerospace. Its unique design enables the P180 to cruise over 400 knots and operate up to 41,000 feet with 9 passengers. There's no full feature list that has been provided, but what we do know is that the sound set has been created by Boris Audio Works and also has a Proline 21 avionics system and high detail modeling. Bluebird Simulations, the team behind the in-development Boeing 757. This week the team walked through the current state of the project, including walking through some of the systems live in the sim during the video. Bluebird mentions they are doing all the hard work now, so other releases down the line, the development team won't take as long to release those products. It's great to see the project taking shape, and it seems to be on the later part of its development. That being said, it doesn't appear that the team would have come close to its original deadline they set themselves for the release before the end of 2024. The 30+ minute video is definitely worth watching, and we'll place a link in the description below so you can check that out. If you like us and you like to stay up to date with all the product announcements and release news, we've been covering all the product highlights for the past 5 years each and every week, so feel free to subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on our next update or review video. YouTube then will recommend other flight sim content creators like us your way, so it's great all round, and thank you very much for supporting the community. Taxing over to this week's release news, SoFly this week have released their latest product. This time the team has released Better Camera Preset Pro for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Preset Pro does what the name suggests and improves the camera preset for over 90 different aircraft. The tool can be installed directly into the community folder and will change the camera presets for all the default aircraft and a number of third-party aircraft. SoFly has included hundreds of presets that include external and internal views, a wing, tail views, belly and cabin views as a part of the presets for many aircraft. The Camera Preset Pro will not override any of your current custom save camera sets. SoFly Camera Preset Pro is available for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and the team will update it to 2024 will follow soon, which will be a free update. You can pick up your copy of SoFly's Better Camera Preset Pro for Microsoft Flight Simulator at all the main Flight Sim online stores, including directly through SoFly's store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Aeroplane Heaven have released its Sakota Rally MS893. The 893 is a single-engine, low-wing stall capable performance aircraft. It has a tricycle, a landing gear with an offset nose gear that is sprung, and it helps to land on all sorts of different runway surfaces. The 893 is an aircraft that suits all types of pilots, new and experienced. Features include with the release is a detail model, authentic exterior and interior, authentic cockpit details, which include many bespoke animations and effects, full PBR materials, 12 authentic liveries, compatible with 2020 and 2024, and you can pick up your copy of Aeroplanes Heaven Sakota MS893 from the Just Flight store. I'll leave a link in the description below. CALS have released their much anticipated DA40 XLS Diamond aircraft. The DA40 is the successor of the DA20 and is a 4-seat variant of the family. First flew in 1997 and still manufactured to this day, with over 2,200 of the aircraft produced by 2020. The XLS is the deluxe version of the DA40 family, which includes a power flow exhaust, also a G1000 and a GDL69 data link and traffic alert system. Like other CAL releases, the DA40 XLS is a very highly detailed GA rendition of the real-world counterpart. Some features included with the release is accurate engine performance, custom combustion systems, custom fuel and oil pressure systems, custom sound sets from the same team that worked on the fly-by-wire A320, detailed model. Exterior features are realistic with moderate to heavy dirt and wear, fiberglass scratching on the fuselage, realistic bug splatter, panel vibrations when it comes to ignition, takeoff and landing. And you can pick up your copy of CAL's DA40 XLS from the Orbit store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Lining up on the runway for this week's Sim Update news. Sim Update 1 pre-release test build has been out for 1 week now, and Microsoft mentions that the team has been carefully reading the feedback and the bug reports on the forums to help them assist with the next pre-release Sim Update build. And in the last 24 hours we have received the next installment when it comes to the pre-release, taking it to version 1.3.10.0. Sim Update 1 has been a focus of general bug fixes, and this next update falls in line with that theme. The update addresses a whole range of things and better focuses on the Garmin family of avionics and default aircraft bug fixes, as well as other areas that have been addressed. Some of the fixes highlights include fixes to the multiplayer nameplates displayed of range to low. This has been improved. Fixes to the UI render issues of items outside their frame. Fixes to unexpected server errors after quickly activating and removing the active pause. Fix to 2020 aircraft exterior lights bleeding into the cockpit when they're being used in 2024. Fix the all players multiplayer option that would not save when changing the settings for live time. Fixed items in the My Library that were not sorting correctly. VR fixes the environment for the cockpit occultation not working in the right eye. Fixes to issues where the mouse on Xbox was not working properly. That is a big one for the console users. A bunch of dev mode scenery editor fixes. Also a SDK WASM fixes, as well as addition and fixes for 3D Max and Blender. These are some of the highlights of the new installments when it comes to this new build of the pre-release beta, in my opinion, that were worth noting anyway. As always, we will leave a link in the description below for the latest changelog when it comes to the pre-release build for Sim Update 1. This week we have received an updated extended feedback snapshot and wish list. This new update provides a more detailed and an extended look than what we have seen in the past couple of weeks from the Microsoft team, and also they have included what is in store in the short term and also for Sim Update 2. From the looks of it, over the past couple of weeks the team have moved many bugs and features from under investigation to in progress, and also nominated which Sim Update they will be. So let's take a look at the update list and focused on Sim Update 2, as we already pretty much know mostly what's going to be in the current pre-release test build for Sim Update 1, as we're now on the second build for that one. On top of the list is a FPS performance VRAM bug. Not 100% sure what this actually entails, but the Microsoft team mentions it is in progress and it will be available when it comes to Sim Update 2. Non-functioning EVB in VR will be fixed and addressed in Sim Update 2. Wind and turbulence in career mode that is extensive will be addressed in Sim Update 2. The PC12 pressurization will be addressed in Sim Update 2. Holy cow, did that PC12 have some absolutely issues when it comes to the release of 2024. Flap speed for multiple aircraft has been addressed in Sim Update 1 and it will be addressed in Sim Update 2. I'd say from the looks of that is down to the sheer amount of default aircraft. Click spots for VR not working will be addressed in Sim Update 2. Career mode not having night missions will be addressed in Sim Update 2. Rain effect on the windshield, Sim Update 2. Helipad issues on the tracker, Sim Update 2. Toolbar disappearing after using VR, Sim Update 2. Global time not progressing, Sim Update 2. Search and rescue missions want you to land on unsuitable locations, Sim Update 2. Helis bouncing all around the place on startup, Sim Update 2. AI traffic all over the place, Sim Update 2. No heavy cargo missions when it comes to career mode, Sim Update 2. Custom camera views not saving, Sim Update 2. And can't change the curves and sensitivities when it comes to using the Toby, Sim Update 2. From the sounds of it, Sim Update 2 will include many updates to the career missions and VR fixes. This all sounds great, but Sim Update 2 won't be slated until sometime in Q2 for 2025. So let's hope it's at the start of Q2 and not at the end, as I know many simmers will be upset if they have to wait 4 or 5 months to see some of these improvements and fixes that were mentioned implemented into the sim. When it comes to the feature list, not much has changed. Most of the features included on the list are still under investigation, except for World Update Brazil and the World Hub, which are both probably ready to go live. But from the looks of it, the Microsoft and the Sobo team are focusing on bug fixing, not pushing new content to the sim, which is the right move in my opinion, and hopefully they hold off on those until well and truly Sim Update 1 has been implemented. The first development live stream of the year is scheduled for Wednesday, February the 5th, which is next week, so we should get some idea on the status of the pre-release test builds for Sim Update 1 and when most likely it's going to the prime time. World Update Hub, the next World Update, and also the in-sim marketplace for 2024. Hopefully we'll receive some details around that. Of course, we will cover all the highlights of the development live stream in a future video, so feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all things Sim Update and the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 2024 and 2020. This week, the current backlog list for new products includes a total of 268 new products. It includes 34 aircraft, missions 144. We have a couple of developers who are pretty much making half of the backlog list themselves, pretty much spamming out missions. In my opinion, the Microsoft team really needs to look at this, as I feel that there is valuable resources which could be used up in processing time to get these out in the marketplace that the team could use for other things. Sceneries, there is a backlog of new products of 34, liveries 14, airports 32, and others are at 10. This week we saw a total of 28 new products released on the 2020 in-sim marketplace over the 2 release days, Monday and Thursday. There were 2 aircraft releases, one being the Aeroplane Heaven 893, which we mentioned earlier in the video, and the other one is the Orbex Pitts Pro, which was released on third party or their own website a couple of weeks back. Both of these are now available on the in-sim marketplace and available for Xbox and PC. The other releases that were made up for the week is 3 mission packs, 5 tree packs, that is TREE trees, 1 utility, and 4 airports. Let us know in the comments below if you are still flying in the 2020 version of the sim or 2024 exclusively, or both, and the reasons why. We would love to hear your thoughts below, but please keep it respectful, as this is a family friendly channel. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and we look forward to seeing you on our next stream hardware review or flight sim update video real soon.